Hi, this is Steve Eulberg for JamPlay.com, and welcome back to the Celtic series. What we're going to be taking a look at today is the Kesh Jig. It's a jig in the key of G. We're playing in standard tuning. We're going to work on both the chord structure and the melody of this song. In a later lesson, we're going to play this in an open G tuning because it's really a lot of fun to play in the open G tuning. You can use a lot of articulations, but right now we're going to hold off and just learn it in standard tuning. The other beautiful thing is you could have a friend playing in open tuning, or you could play in open tuning and your friend could play in standard tuning, and the two will work together. But right now let's stick with standard tuning. We're only going to need 3 chords for this song. We're going to need a G, a D, and a C. And in the A part of the song we only need a G and a D. And the B part of the song is the only place the C shows up, and it shows up twice. Now this is a jig. There's one place where you hold which makes you think it's like a single jig, but it's basically a double jig, which means we're strumming on all, we're playing melody notes on every beat of the measure. The 2 jig strums we have, you could go back and review earlier in the Celtic series when we talked about strums, but just a quick review. If you're having a little trouble with the strumming, go back and take a look at those. But a quick review, you can play down, up, 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 where we're emphasizing the 1 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you can play down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Still emphasizing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6/8 meter or jig time is a compound meter where we have 2 pulses, but inside we have 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with the first beat of each group of 3 being emphasized. So we want to do that one way or another, whether you're going down, up, down, down, up, or down, up, down, up, down, up. Your choice. You can do either It's your choice. You can do either one of the strums you like. Just emphasize 1 and 4, whichever one you're using. In the first part of the song, we're changing almost every measure. One place we hang on to the G for a little bit longer, and in the first and second endings of the A section, it's half measures. We only get, one part of the down, up, down, and then it's time to change to the other chord again. So let's follow along, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D, G, stay, G, D, G, change, D, G, G, D, G, quick change. That's the A part of the song, and you can loop that over and over again. You can notice it gets into a rhythm. You can feel like, oh yeah, this is where it's supposed to change, this is where it's supposed to stay the same. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down, up, change, change, stay, change, change, quick change, repeat, change, change, stay, stay, change, quick change. Now the B part goes like this. One of these G's, then a quick change. C, G, D, G, beginning of B. C, G, G, D, G, C, G, G, D, G. Now this is the kind of shifting between the G and the C, where if you're playing the 2, 3, 4, or this other fingering of the G chord, getting to the C is going to be a lot easier. But getting between the D and the G might require the other one. You're going to have to make the decision about how you want to change the shape, if you do, of the G and the C that you play, depending on where you're coming from or where you're going. It's always the choice you can make. Let's play through the whole song, just the chords of this song. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, play. 1, 2. D, G, stay the same. G, change. G, quick change, repeat. G, D, back to G, quick change. B part. C, G, D, G, C, G, beginning. D, G, hold, G, D, G, quick change, G, hold, G, G, quick change, C, G, D, C, G, G, C, G, G, C, G, and stop. That's the structure of the song from a chord perspective. A really fun, kind of moving song, and not a lot of chords, just changing quicker than we might be used to changing. So this will be a good one to work on your agility in changing between chords. Now, let me play for you the melody. In standard tuning, we're going to play a lot of open strings. The highest we're going to ever have to go is up here in the B section, up to the 7th fret. That's the highest we're going to go. Everything else is going to be pretty much in home position. All through the first part of the song, the A part, we're going to be in home position. One comment about the way I'm playing. I know I'm going to have to get up to this 7 later in the song, so rather than playing in the home position, I've moved my fingers up because I'm not going to play a C ever in the song. So I'm not going to need the 1st fret on the B string at all. I'm not going to need an F, I'm not going to need a G sharp. So I'm moving myself up to the 2nd position, so my 1st finger is going to play everything that's in the 2nd fret. 2nd finger, or my longest middle finger, is going to play in everything in the 3rd fret. My ring finger, or 3rd finger, is going to play everything in the 4th fret. My pinky, or the 4th finger, is going to play everything in the 5th fret. Out of home position, up 1. You might notice that's what I was doing. Now, because I'm in that position, I may or may not choose to play the open B string. I might play it as a 3rd finger on the G string, and sometimes I go back and forth depending on what it feels like. I want you to try it and see, sometimes putting in this B, sometimes playing the open string, and see if there's anything you like one way or the other. This is one of those times when you get to make the choice. There's not just one way to get there from here, okay? Now let's try that again. What I'm doing is starting on D, G, G, A, B. Now I am using the closed position here, A, B, A, B, D. And then my fingers are just playing in the frets that they're getting ready to fall on. D, D, G, G, A, B, A, B, A, B, D. Now it's time for E, D, D, G, D, D. Do you notice what I'm doing with my 2nd finger here? I'm rolling it back and forth. E, D, D, G, D, D, E, D, B. Now there's one time when I'm going to play the open B string because it's time for me to move and I like having it there. Let's try it at the beginning again. D string, D, G, G, A, B, A, B, A, B, D, E, D, D, roll, D, D, E, D, B string, D, B, A. Now it's time to start again. A, G, or G, A, G, G, A, B, A, B, A, B, D, E, D, D, roll, D, B, A, G, F sharp, D, or G. Now I could also slide up on the 4th fret to the 5th fret of the D string, or I can pluck. Your choice, okay? Let's try that much again. I know it might be going fast, but let's try it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D, G, G, A, B, A, B, A, B, D, E, D, D, roll, D, D, E, D, B, D, B, A, G, A. That's the A part of the song. If you feel like you need some more work on that, why don't you pause and go back and work on that some more. If you need to go slower, you can always play it much slower, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's play through the A part of the song several times. You ready? All right, good job. If you feel like you want to go back and play that a few more times with me, feel free to do that. And then when you're ready, come back and we're going to go on, okay? Now sometimes you might be throwing in some articulations that we've practiced in other tunes like O'Keefe's Slide, the hammer-on, the pull-offs. That's just fine for you. You do it wherever you want to. We're not actually adding articulations to this. They don't show up in jigs very often, especially double jigs, because you're already playing on every beat of the measure. It's when you have a single jig, there's a little time to fit in something. But you can still use the articulations in the place of a pick. You will notice, though, that I'm pretty much following an double picking way of playing. It's just a lot easier if I'm not thinking which way does the pick have to go, if I just always alternate as much as possible. Every rule is made to be broken at some point or another, so at some point you're going to want to not do the double picking, but for the most part, if you can try to work on double picking with this and other tunes, it's going to serve you well. Now let's take a look at the B part of the song. It's got the same kind of weighting at the beginning, which I like about this song. Da-da, gives you a chance to get ready. Da-da, but then it doesn't stop moving again until halfway through the song. Now, isn't that fun? It has these little sequential things where you're going back and forth to the same notes a lot. And they happen to be open notes, so that makes it a little more approachable, I think, than some of the other tunes in the repertoire, which are a little more challenging because you have to do more finger work getting to them. It just seems to make sense, which is one of the reasons I want to teach you this tune. Here's the B part again. A, B, D, B, D, E, G, G, E, D, B, G. A, B, A, B, A, B, D, B, D, E, G, E, D. We only have to move out of position to get that 7 and come right back. And when I'm reaching with my pinky on the 7th to the 7th, but I want to come back and not use my first finger on G because I have to go right below it again. So I keep my finger stretched and come back with my second finger, play 3, 2, 3. Let's put the whole B section together. If you'll notice, a lot of what we play are chord tones in the G chord, which if you have your first finger down on the high G, everything in these first 4 strings are all G chord tones. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B. Now that's one time through the B with a repeat, as it would be part of the song A, A, B, B. You'll notice that once you get going, this whole song is one that gives you a little resting place at the beginning, and then it sucks you to the end of the song. It's like being caught up in the dance. It's really a fun characteristic about this kind of a jig. I really like how it just makes you feel like you just want to keep on moving with it. So let's put that together with the A part and play that all together. If you feel like you don't have one or the other parts very well, you can always pause and go back and work on the A part. You can pause and work on the B part. One of the things I love about the Kesh Jig in the key of G is we can play it in 2 different octaves and stay in the first position. We've played it in the higher octave, starting on the D string and going up to G. The only thing we can't do is start on the D below G because our lowest string is tuned to E. But we can start on the D string and then jump down on the E string to the 3rd fret and play all the way through this way. There's the A part of the song. We can repeat that until you feel comfortable playing the A, just like we did in the higher octave. We'll call this the lower octave. Now, to go on and learn the B part, we need to go A, B. We don't have to go anywhere that we aren't used to. It's just everything was moved down an octave lower. Now let's put those 2 together. So that's how that one goes, playing. You can use the same backing track that we used before, just play an octave lower sometimes, okay? Now you have all the parts you need to play this in standard tuning and have a really fun time with the Kesh Jig. Don't forget to check over in the backing tracks in the teaching tools part of this website, because over there you'll find an up-tempo version of this as well, so you can practice. Once you get the chops down, you can play this at the regular tempo. Until next time, I'm going to see you in the Celtic series working on this tune in an open tuning. We'll see you next time.